We continue our discussion with the dimensional analysis and similarity, how it helps and how it simplifies the problems, the real problems that first we try to experiment on laboratory scale and then we try to do it in real practice. The advantage of dimensional similarity is to make experiments on the real object in the laboratory is very difficult because of the dimensions, and we have to reduce the dimension in a laboratory. So therefore, what yardstick we should have so that when we develop a product after doing experiments, the relevant experiments in the laboratory, that we don't fail with the real product. The methodology that has been adopted over the years and it simplifies the problems is that of dimensional similarity. If we have dimensional similarity with our model as well as with the prototype product, then the similar functions help us to produce a real product. So we continue with this with a little variation. There will be examples. There will be some repetition and some of the things will may be repeated, but little variation. The idea is just to emphasize that this is an important subject and it has important application. It helps simplification of a complicated problem in which there are various parameters that are playing a role in fluid motion. Here is an example to carry out this and to achieve the similar object, and this just shows that how do we set a target for ourselves and how do we conduct an experiment in a laboratory to produce a real product in the market. The aerodynamic drag of a new sports car is to be predicted at a speed of 50 miles per hour at an air temperature of 25 degrees centigrade. Automotive engineers build a 1/5 scale model of the car to test in a wind tunnel. It is winter and the wind tunnel is located in an unheated building. The temperature of the wind tunnel is only about 5 degrees centigrade. Determine how fast the engineers should run the wind tunnel in order to achieve the similarity between the model and the prototype. So you can see they want to produce a sports car, and as you will know, normally a sports car is supposed to run very fast because that is one of the typical requirements in that type of model of cars. And what is the problem? If we want to move an object or a vehicle smoothly, we want to have minimum drag, maximum efficiency of the engine power that is converted into the energy, and also the maximum fuel efficiency so that minimum fuel is utilized. This is not easy because if the drag is too much, engine has to use a lot of force to move forward. The more fuel has to be spent, and a lot of drag creates heat. So a lot of heat is also generated. So you want to have minimum of drag, and for that the vehicles, all sorts of vehicles that are moving, that could be whether it is a ship or an aeroplane or a motor car on the road, they all have these requirements, and that is why you see every other day new and new products with very streamlined bodies, and the idea is to have minimum drag. So this is a simple question that they experiment in a wind tunnel, and in wind tunnel it is supposed to be a tunnel where there are no external forces except for the wind that is generated at a desired speed for the sake of experiments and to obtain the desired data. In this case, some particulars have been set, some parameters have been set that we want to know how much drag will be generated if the vehicle is moving at 50 miles per hour at 25 degrees temperature. So you can see the temperature is also playing a role. If it is a different temperature, different drag will be produced, and so on. Now, when you are doing that is in the real on the road, but when you do it in a laboratory, the situation may not be the same. So they have to see that how fast the wind should be moved, should be generated, so as to create a similarity between the model and the prototype. First, we write down the given data, and for atmospheric pressure and the temperature at 25 degrees centigrade, the density rho is 1.184 kilograms per meter cube, and mu, the coefficient of viscosity, is equal to 1.849 into 10 to power minus 5 kilograms per meter second. Now, similarly, in the tunnel, they are saying that the temperature is at 5 degrees centigrade. The rho at 5 degrees centigrade, the density of air, is 1.269 kilogram per meter cube, and the coefficient of viscosity is 1.754 into 10 to power minus 5 kilogram per meter second. So you can see with temperature variation, the density is changing, and other parameter, the coefficient of viscosity is changing, and they are the dominant parameters that play a role in this type of problem. When they are doing experimentation in a laboratory, because the vehicle is running on the road, is supposed to run on the road, they cannot run at high speeds in a laboratory, because how big laboratory can you construct? It has to have limitation. So to be able to make an experiment in a way that it looks like as if the vehicle is running on the real road, what they do is they use a belt, as you can see in the diagram. As the belt is running, then the vehicle thinks that it's running on the road, and then the data collected is at the desired levels, that whatever speed they want to know, they are collecting at that. And then you can see the moving belt is shown with the red line. The velocity of the wind is moving from left to right, and of course if the vehicle is moving in that direction, then the drag force is also indicated in the green light. And if we want to calculate the two parameters, then the important thing they have chosen to be is the real number, because the velocity, the coefficient of viscosity, and density. So one parameter that comes to mind straight away is what we have defined as to be the Reynolds number. And Reynolds number for the model is given by M is reflecting for the model, and P is indicating the prototype. So these values for the particular variables are substituted, and the value is obtained. The velocity of the model, when we substitute the relevant values that have been given to us, is then it turns out to be 221 miles per hour. So the wind has to be generated at a speed of 221 miles per hour so as to match a speed of 50 miles per hour on the road. And that gives us our answer. And by this we conclude that by using these Reynolds number and arranging the dimensional parameters in a non-dimensional ratios, which in this case was Reynolds number, we can simplify the problem and obtain the answer for the real thing.